Alright, I don't know what happened with the last broadcast. I went out. Let's get right. Connection bullshit. Then he leaves. Alright, what else you got? Be fair. Be scared. Fear me.
Revelio.
I'll take that.
Protego.
And that.
Revelio. Revelio.
What did he done? Alright, we'll show you. Some of those for those.
Revelio.
That didn't he? Alright, class today. That's the Everlay lady. Sorry, I had to drag your letter. Are you mad that I'm standing on your stool, Professor? Standing on your pot now.
Instantly.
Got lucky. Strong plants.
Revelio.
Yep. Let's see how that works. Potions class.
might be ARiiE or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that.
That was weird. It disappeared.
Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline. Can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Oh yeah, I need it.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Yeah, I did that. I did that. Cooking.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more. My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a Goblin Rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes,
Too worried
but
about
why
it.
does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you.
A Weasley.
Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember,
Revelio.
your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Disney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Again.
Oh! Dragonstar! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries.
Wasn't expecting that literally to blow up in my face. It was rather brilliant, though.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Deny.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply and that'll be...
Revelio.
I think each of us has had enough excitement today. Class is dismissed.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
Be alright. Alright, now we go back to where I was. Oh, let's get it.
It is good to see you, my friend.
He was not here last time.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
Same thing I told the other
A
dude.
bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such bit by Rookwood. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like
My
Harlow?
hands like
I
that.
spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to
Well, the
watch and
boys.
listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Yeah, I had to help strangers and shit.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have
Research?
time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil.
I want
Mr.
one of
Rookwood
those.
would like a word with you.
A student! You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
What y'all want to do?
Going up!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Say that.
Yeah, sorry, boy. Yeah, more homies coming up. Pull up.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Nope.
Get over here, you idiot!
I'm not going anywhere.
Presumption! Let's cross the food for that presumption! Not so tough now, are you?
Release me. You're no match for me.
I pulled up out of nowhere.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
What you got in that trunk?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your
She don't really
excellent
trade well, does
defensive
she?
skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he
Yeah,
left here
Hogwarts, old.
centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and did...
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Sounds dangerous.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
I'll work tomorrow.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful!
Is that a wizard hold?
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. Would you need more? I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio. Revelio.
you just bear through it. And then after a while, I was like, oh, I can't even like stand up straight anymore. Like, I was like, everything was just taking so long. Like, girl, I was that appointment came way earlier than it was supposed to be. The patient, and so we went way earlier than the appointment was supposed to be. So I'm all the way in that next building, walking across the parking lot.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
We're gonna be good for tomorrow.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
They're not as bad, but they're less. It is not bad friends at this moment. Like the first at least 3 or 4 days of my period, I had really bad friends.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
One day of not having to work, so I didn't even go out yesterday. So it's like I got lucky somewhat.
Pumpkins. Ah, I think I know just the place.
No matter how bad I want to, that's not what I'm worried about.
Revelio.
But I've been telling you, haven't I, for these last few days, when everything
Accio.
I took medicine before I left the house. I expected that, like, along the drive, I was able to drive.
Levioso.
I was suffering on the way.
Accio. Revelio.
I woke up in the morning.
Protego. Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
And like they were like calm, but I had my hand padded down at work, so I took me out. I started out this work, I took my nap. And my my things, they were calm. I woke up and like finished doing my hair. I couldn't even do my hair this morning. So I did.
Alright.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding the treasures. And...
What time you want to leave? Why are you talking about going earlier?
Huh?
Why are you talking about going earlier? I know, so what are you talking about leaving earlier then? Talking about getting...
Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Incendio! Leviosa!
Come on, bag.
Protego!
That's what I first was telling you, I thought it was that. I'm like, why the fuck are these prescription strength fucking shit not working? What? That shit scared me, like, no.
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
Not even supposed to have been over there with that patient. First black patient ever with the research.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah!
My luck was just like
The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something. And you see what happened next. Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Where did you suggest we meet?
Near the Forbidden Forest. Easy enough to find from the castle. Look for a foreboding tangle of thick black trees.
Bro, I told you I was streaming. I said, I don't care, it's on stream, it wasn't me.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Dumplings. What are the pot stickers? Okay.
Those actually do say those are dumplings, but they are pot stickers. They're both. Pot stickers are really like the Dutch version, you know, like the not American, but you know what I mean, not the foreign one.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
That boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to house elves.
You said you wanted pecan. You said, what you do last time? Pecans?
I said that, yeah, I was like, you got last time. And I literally picked up the walnuts on purpose, so I just wanted to try the walnuts.
Alright, well, sorry I ate the walnuts.
Expelliarmus! Revelio! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
So pineapple juice, but yeah, you couldn't drink that. You had to drink a little bit of apple juice. What's all that about?
What are you talking about?
Is the universe split out to this? Would you drink my little bit of apple juice? Then that equal to
How
one.
nice to see you, my young friend.
What else would you do? Oh, you spilled all that tea. I don't know how you skip a mess like that. That's you?
Alright, let's see where we at. I think we're gonna call it here. Do another stream tomorrow, probably. Thanks for fucking with me. Who fucked with me? We'll be back tomorrow.